Today we are going to study a very important and interesting topic, that is the basics of Boolean algebra. These are the various contents in today's presentation. That is, we'll start with logic gates, followed by the laws and rules of Boolean algebra. Then we have the De Morgan's theorems and Boolean analysis of logic circuit. So let us start with the logic gates, which are the basic building blocks of any digital system. It is an electronic circuit having one or more than one input and only one output, and the relationship between the input and the output is based on certain logics. Based on this, the logic gates are named as the AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, etc. And the basic of computers is electronics, and it does have the motherboard on which we are having the ICs, the resistance, the diodes, etc. And inside the ICs we do have some circuits. This circuitry is based on certain logics, and these are the main circuits which are termed as, a particular circuit is termed as AND gate, or a particular circuit is termed as NOT gate, or then OR gate, like that. So based on the output these circuits provide, we classify them as AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOT gate, exclusive OR, like that. So the various logical gates are, we have AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, exclusive OR, exclusive NOR. Now let us start with the AND gate first. The AND gate produces the AND logic function, that is, the output is 1 if input A and input B are both equal to 1. Otherwise the output is 0. The algebraic symbol of the AND function is the same as the multiplication symbol of ordinary arithmetic, that is either star or dot. We can also use a dot between the variables as, or we can concatenate the variables without an operation symbol between them. Also, the AND gate uses the expression, that is x is equal to A into B. This is the logic symbol of the AND gate, in which we are having the two inputs, that is A and B, and this is the output. And you can see that when we multiply these two inputs, the truth table which we are getting is like this, and from the truth table you can see that the AND gate produces output 1. This is the output 1 only when both the inputs are 1. In rest of the cases you can see this is 0, this is 0, and here it is 0. In either of the other case, the AND gate produces the output as 0, and it is producing output 1 only and only when all the inputs are 1. So this is the main property of the AND gate. Now next we have the OR gate, and it produces the inclusive OR function, that is the output is 1 if input A or input B or both the inputs are 1, otherwise the output is 0. And the algebraic symbol of the OR function is plus, similar to the arithmetic addition. OR gates may have more than two inputs, and by definition the output is 1 if any input is 1. The expression used in OR gate is x is equal to A plus B. So this is the logic symbol of the OR gate, and here this is the truth table of the OR gate. And you can see that in case of OR gate, the output is 0 when both the inputs are 0. In that case the output is 0, and if either of the input is 1, you can see the OR gate produces output as 1. So this is what the main property of OR gate is. When all the inputs are 0, in that case it gives output as 0. In rest of the cases it gives output as 1. Next we have the inverter, that is the NOT gate, and it inverts the logic sense of a binary signal, and it produces the NOT or the complement function. The algebraic symbol used in case of NOT gate is either a prime or a bar, or negation over the variable symbol is used in case of NOT gate. As you can see in the expression, that is, it is written like a complement. You can also write as a, suppose this is the variable a, and this is the a complement. It is shown here also. This is the logic symbol of the NOT gate, and this is the truth table of NOT gate, in which if input is 0 it gives output as 1, and if input is 1 it gives output as 0. Now we are having the NAND gate. The NAND function is the complement of the AND function, as indicated by the graphic symbol. In the logic symbol you can see that it is the complement of the AND function, and which consists of an AND graphic symbol followed by the small bubble to indicate the NOT gate. The designation NAND is derived from the abbreviation of NOT AND, and the expression used in NAND gate is multiply both the variables, that is a into b, then take the complement of the multiplied result, or you can have also the sum of the complemented variables. So this is what NAND gate is. This is the logic symbol, and here it is the output of NAND gate. So here you can see that in the case of output, when both the inputs are 1 it gives 0, and when either of the input is 0 the NAND gate gives output as 1. Next we have the NOR gate. The NOR gate is the complement of the OR gate, and it uses an OR graphic symbol followed by the small bubble to indicate the NOT gate, as you can see here. Here in the logic symbol we are having the OR gate, and which is followed by the small bubble, which is actually the NOT gate. And the expression used in NOR gate is, we have take the a plus b and then complement of that, or you can also say like this, multiply the complemented variables. So this is what NOR gate is, and this is the truth table in which you can see that when both the inputs are 0 it gives the output as 1, and in the remaining cases it gives output as 0. Next we have the exclusive OR gate. In the exclusive OR gate we have a graphic symbol similar to the OR gate. So here you can see the logic symbol of exclusive OR gate, and the symbol is similar to the OR gate except for the additional curved line. Here we are having the additional curved line which is there in the exclusive OR gate, and we don't have this curved line in the OR gate. Now the output of the gate is 1 if any input is 1. So here you can see that the output of exclusive OR gate is 1 if any of the input is 1, we are getting the output is 1. But it excludes the combination when both inputs are 1. So you can see that when both the inputs are 1 or when both the inputs are 0, the exclusive OR gate is giving us 0. And finally the expression used in exclusive OR gate is written as, either you can write like this, x is equal to a, then there is a plus encircled plus b, or we can have x is equal to a complement into b plus a into b complement. So this is what exclusive OR gate is. Next we have the exclusive NOR gate, and it is the complement of the exclusive OR as indicated by the small circle or bubble in the graphic symbol. So here you can see in the logic symbol that we have the exclusive OR gate followed by the NOT gate in the form of bubble. And the output of this gate is 1 only if both the inputs are equal to 1 or both the inputs are equal to 0, as you can see in the truth table. The exclusive NOR gate gives us 1 when both the inputs are 0 or when both the inputs are 1. And the expression used in exclusive NOR gate, you can see that there is a x is equal to a complement into b plus a into b complement, and then taking the whole complement. Or it is also written like this, that is, we are having a, then there is a dot encircled and multiplied by b. Next we have now the laws and rules of Boolean algebra. So these are some important rules that are used in Boolean algebra. That is, the variable used in Boolean algebra can have only two possible values. For binary 1 it is high, and for binary 0 it is low. The complement of a variable is represented by an overbar. Thus complement of variable b is represented as b, then there is a inverted single comma either by this, or you can also write as b, the bar over the b variable. So if we are having b is equal to 0, then the b complement will give us b is equal to 1, and if we are having b is equal to 1, then the b complement will give us b is equal to 0. Next, ORing of the variables is represented by a plus sign between them. As you can see, we are having the variables as a, b and c. So ORing means what we have to do is just we have placed the plus sign in between the variables. So this is what ORing of the variables means. Then we have the logical ANDing of the two or more variables, which is represented by having a dot between the individual variables, or many times this dot may be omitted, like you can see here that we have written it as a, b, c. So this also means that logical ANDing of the variables is taking place. So next, the laws of Boolean algebra. So now this is a very important topic, that is the laws of Boolean algebra, and which are stated as follows. So first we are having the commutative law, and in this it says that the interchanging of the order of operands in a Boolean equation does not change its result. For example, in the case of OR operator, we have a plus b is equal to b plus a, so hardly matters you perform a plus b. If you change the order of operands, that is, then if you perform b plus a, it will be the same result. And in case of AND operator, again it is the same. If you perform a into b, the result will be same like if you perform b into a. So this is what commutative law is. Associative law, it says the multiplication for the individual variables when done like this. For example, if we perform b into c followed by multiplying that with a, will give the same result as if we have performed the multiplication of a into b first and then the result with the c variable. So this is what associative law is. It states that the AND operation are done on two or more than two variables. Then we have the distributive law, which states that the multiplication of two variables and adding the result with a variable, multiplication of two variables and adding the result with a variable will result in the same value as multiplication of addition of the variable with individual variables. So it is suppose we have given a plus b into c, so it can be written like this also, a plus b into a plus c. So if you perform this calculation or this calculation, the result will be same, but this is a very important law as it is very helpful in solving many of the Boolean algebraic expressions. So I request all of you to please keep in mind that this rule, this distributive law, is a very important law in terms of solving the Boolean algebraic expressions. Now we have the annulment law, the identity law, the idempotent law, then complement law, double negation, absorption law. You can see the annulment law, it says if you multiply a with 0, it will give 0, and when we perform a plus 1, it will give 1. So this can be proven also. Suppose if you take a is equal to, we know that the possible values of a can be either 0 or a 1. Suppose I take the value of a is equal to 0, when 0 into 0, it will give 0. If I take the value of a is equal to 1, it will give me 1 into 0, that is again 0. So that is why this is 0. And in the case of this one, if I take the value of a is equal to 0, 0 plus 1, it will give me 1. If I take the value of a is equal to 1, again 1 plus 1, we know that in digital or binary it gives 1. So this is what annulment law is. Similarly, the identity law, it can be proven by taking the same as I had done over here. For example, if I take a is equal to 0, here it will give me 0 into 1, that is, it is giving me 0. So if I take a is equal to 1, it is giving me 1 into 1, 1. So whatever the value of a I am taking, it is giving me a. If I am taking a is equal to 0, it is giving me 0. And if I am taking a is equal to 1, it is giving me 1. So that is what identity law is. Similarly here, a plus 0 equal to a. Then the idempotent law, it says a plus a equal to a, and a into a is equal to a. Doesn't matter how many times you perform the addition of the same variable. Suppose I write 4 times a plus a plus a plus a, it is, the value will be equal to a only. Similarly, if I perform a into a into a into a, so this will be a. So this is what idempotent law is. The complement law, it says a plus a complement equal to 1 and a into a complement equal to 0. Now it can be proven again by taking the same method which we had discussed just in the above laws. The double negation law, again taking complement of a and then taking complement of the a complement will give you a. Then we have the absorption law. It says that a into a plus b will give you a, and a plus ab is equal to a. So it is my request to all of you to please learn these laws and the basic rules of this Boolean algebra, as they will be very helpful in solving this Boolean algebraic expressions. So next, now we have the De Morgan's theorems, which is a very important and a very interesting De Morgan's theorem. And this De Morgan's theorem, it is named after the Augustus De Morgan, who was a British mathematician and the logician, and who formulated this theorem, and which is mainly used to solve the various Boolean algebraic expressions. And this theorem defines the uniformity between the gates with the same inverted input and output, and it is used for implementing the basic gate operations like NAND gate and NOR gate. And the theorem is mostly used in digital programming and for making digital circuit diagrams, and these are of two types. The theorems, De Morgan's theorems, there are two De Morgan's theorems. So now let us take what are the De Morgan's theorems. So according to the first De Morgan's theorem, it says the complement of the product the complement of the product is equal to the sum of the complement of each variable. That is, if you see over here, that is, first you perform the multiplication and then take the complement of that is equal to the, first take the complements of the variables and then add them. So this is what the first theorem is. It says that the complement of the variables is equal to the sum of the complements. This is what the first theorem is. And this first theorem, as you can see in this symbolic representation, how we have proven this. So if you look at this, A into B complement, so this is exactly, here there is an AND gate. So if we perform, we calculate the output over here, it will give me A into B complement. So this is what it is giving me, A into B complement, and this is equivalent to here A complement, here we are getting B complement, this is OR gate, so it will add these two, so we are getting A bar plus B bar. So this is what, this is equivalent to the bubbled OR gate. So this is what the first theorem is. Next, now the second theorem. The second theorem, it says, again, if you look at this expression, the complement of the sum, now you can see here, it is the complement of the sum is equal to the product of complements. This is the product of complement. So this is what, the complement of the sum of two variables is equal, the complement of the sum of two variables is equal to the product of, this is important, product of the complement of each variable. Thus we have written this like this, and again the symbolic representation, you can see here, this is the NOR gate, and if you take the output, we will get here A plus B and complement of that, and that is equal to, this is A complement, this is B complement, we are having AND gate, so this will be A bar into B bar. So this is what, this NOR is equivalent to the bubbled AND gate. This is what, so this is another method to prove this theorem. Next, now we have the De Morgan's laws. The De Morgan's laws can also be implemented in Boolean algebra in the following steps also. That is, when you will go through the questions and you have to solve the various algebraic expressions using the De Morgan's theorem, in that case these laws will be very helpful to you. While doing Boolean algebra, at first replace the given operator. That is what you have to do is, if plus is given to you, you have to make into and replace that plus by into, and if into is given to you, then you have to replace that into by plus. So this is what, if plus is there, then replace it with dot, that is into, and if into is there, then replace that with plus, and then next complement of each of the terms is to be found. So this is what you have to solve the various expressions using the De Morgan's laws. That we will see in our next topic. We will consider solving the various Boolean algebraic expressions. So next, 7th and 8th column, in this you can see that the theorem which says A plus B complement is equal to A complement B complement, and from the truth table this is evident. Similarly, from the 9th and 10th column, the second theorem is being proven. So this is what we have proven De Morgan's theorem using the induction method. Next, this is the explanation which we had just discussed, so I am right now skipping this. As you can see, the first value of A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, and we have taken A's complement, B's complement, then it is same. the column 7, 8 are equal, 9 and 10 are equal. So this is, in the last we have written that again for having different values of a and b, we see the same thing, that is column number 7 and 8 are equal to each other and 9 and 10 are equal to each other. That is what we have proven, the De Morgan's theorems. So now next we have a Boolean. So now to look at the Boolean analysis of logic circuits, it says that the algebra provides a concise way to express the operation of a logic circuit formed by a combination of logic gates so that the output can be determined for various combinations of input values. And to derive the Boolean expression for a given logic circuit, begin at the leftmost inputs. So what it says is that to derive any Boolean expression, you have to begin at the leftmost input and work towards the final output, writing the expression for each gate. So if you consider this expression, so we have to start from the leftmost inputs. So this is AND gate, so it will give the output as C into D. Okay, and since this is the OR gate, so whatever input we are getting here, that will be added to this input. So we have written B plus CD, and here we are having input, we are having is B plus CD, and this is A, and this will be, we have to multiply these two since this is the AND gate. So this is what the Boolean expression here, and how we have done the analysis of this particular expression, and it is giving us the result as A into B plus CD. Next we have the specification. The output of the leftmost AND gate is this, and so it gives us B plus CD. So I am again not taking this into detail, as we can skip this. Okay, so this is the truth table for the logic circuit which we had just discussed, and since we have the output that this A into B plus CD, and having taken the different possible combinations of all the 4 variables, this is what we have constructed, the truth table for that logic circuit or for that expression. So this is about the basics of the Boolean algebra, and in our next topic we are going to consider the Carnot mapping and some questions to be solved using the Boolean rules and laws, and we'll solve some questions on De Morgan's also and on K-map also. So thank you very much.